coming so slow. Okay.
And you got the black screen of death.
Yes.
All right. There we
There
go.
you go.
Okay. Sorry. Hello, everyone. I am using my phone because my rabbit decided my Ethernet cord was tasty, spicy hay. And we tried to get a copy, like a new one, but it's not working. So now we have to call a company and blorgity blorg. I am, of course, Wardberg's Applebutt. I am here with MaryLynn Bass, and we have two incredible guests, two of my favoriteest people in the whole widest of the world. Oh, and I do have I'll have to get it. I do have the gift box that you sent me.
I have one too.
Nice. So we'll have to go through those. So tell them what they've won.
Tell them they won a night with us.
It's the highlight of the week.
Who are our fantastic guests, Miss MaryLynn Bass?
So we have Anne and Robert Ramerez with us. Let me start again. It's been a long day. Anne and
Yes.
Robert Ramerez, they are paranormal enthusiasts and have been doing this for over 20 years, and just really got into doing the paranormal about a year and a half ago, pretty much at the same time, Mike, that you started doing this as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you're both in the medical field?
Yes, both in the healthcare field. We knew each other. We worked at the same company. We knew of each other. And then I moved on to a different company, and lo and behold, a few months later, all of a sudden we started to hang out and really got to know each other. And then, as fate would have it, we went to a Disney movie and it just worked.
Oh,
nice.
Ice cream.
And
Ice cream.
And ice cream, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Doug? Doug Durant.
Cuba Doug.
So it was also your birthday yesterday.
Yes, happy
right,
birthday.
Anne?
Yes, I turned the big 5-0.
Well, then I think we'll get Spirits with Spirit started now. I don't know if you have anything,
We do.
but we need it. Today has been a long day, so
Yes.
Spirits with Spirits. Let's get this paranormal party kicked off.
And see some amazing friends in the chat. Another amazing couple, the Durants, Doug and Amy Durant, really good friends. Have taught us a lot in the paranormal field. Been great.
What are you doing, Mike? Did you already drink yours?
I did, yeah.
You were in a hurry. I guess I need to get mine. Did y'all already drink, or did I just miss
Yeah,
it?
you're the only one who didn't.
All right.
Get to chugging. That's what Pat says. Okay, so
He tries.
he tries. What was in your mug, Robert?
A mixture
Rob
of things.
I need to know what those mixtures are.
Water and powdered chocolate, hot chocolate.
What?
Yeah.
Do you not drink?
I do not.
Hey, Brandon.
At all, like ever?
No, I haven't. Younger, yes. Now, no.
And so it's just like a life choice.
It was just a life choice. One day, it was just like all of a sudden you realize, oh yeah, it's been a year.
So
Yeah.
we're supposed to do this Spooky Explorers Club. Are you guys coming to any other Paracons that we're at?
Yeah, we're going to be vendors at the Paranormal Rockdown at Broadhead Manor in July.
Nice. Okay,
Yes.
that's fantastic news.
Yes.
So Anne, outside of healthcare, is also a massage therapist. And so that was one of the things we wanted to bring into at the convention or the Paracon was massage therapy. Because all day people are walking, sitting, you maybe traveled. So what a great way to actually relax and get a chair massage.
Yeah,
So book me for about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just book me up for the rest.
Okay, fun.
We'll just keep
Done.
bouncing back and forth.
And this is a good time because the other thing will be at the Paracon if you can open your boxes or you can get your boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I got my box now. I already opened it up. Let me here it is.
You opened it already?
Well, I didn't know what it was.
That's open.
So for everybody watching, what we did was wanted to kind of make this fun.
Hi, Michelle.
And so sent a package or
Annie.
a care package ahead of time. And so both, well, MaryLynn had to she actually waited the whole week and a half. Mike got in there. That's okay.
I did. I totally did.
It's all good. But we got that out. So yeah, just a fun package for tonight and something that you get to use.
And it's very well sealed.
Yes,
it is.
I want to make sure it got there in one place. In one
Trying to make
piece.
sure I don't cut anything.
Oh, and we actually have a viewer from Ireland. Shelley's on. Paranormal investigator from Ireland. Shelley.
Hey, Shelley, you're from Ireland?
Yes.
Oh, am I stopped?
No.
No, you're good.
Uh-oh.
Now you're
okay.
sideways.
Thank
Did I
you
come
for
back?
having us on the podcast.
Hold on.
Ooh, I see some goodies.
Yes. We know Mike likes snacks. So we thought, you know what? You got to have snacks.
I think I'm back.
Oh, it's my little goat. I have a collection.
Oh, cool.
I never saw that.
You see.
That's awesome.
You put a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, it starts, you kind of get going with it. Mike, you still okay? No.
Beef jerky. That's what we need when we're doing Bigfooting.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Mike, are you okay? I can't hear. We can't hear you. There's your beef jerky stick. Can't hear you yet.
I see Doug Schaefer's on the culture.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, you could look at that many different ways. I would say that's a trigger object you could use.
Ah, okay.
Because we know, MaryLynn, you would never, ever
Need that.
Okay. So, actually, I do gummies to sleep because if I don't, then I will stay awake. I sleep maybe 15 or 20 minutes and
Yep.
that's it. So, yeah,
Yes.
I can't do this.
Hopefully you won't need to.
Well, the job that I do, I work from home, so I'm good.
Yeah, that is good.
Sour popping candy. Ooh.
Yeah. And there's Annie Waters.
Oh, yeah, we see Annie. There's lots of people on tonight.
I'm trying to keep up with it.
Ooh, there's some more gummies.
More gummies, yes.
Maybe you can
Crystal.
inject those or something, MaryLynn.
Right. Low cut socks. Oh, the witchy socks.
Yes.
Mike will be right back. Thanks, Krista.
So cowtails.
Oh,
I've never
cowtails.
had these. What are they?
Well, they're caramels, but you know, cows and Wisconsin really go together. So we had to get you something Wisconsin
Okay.
themed, but they're not probably made in Wisconsin.
Right.
But the gummy bears are. The Haribo
they?
company. Yep. Mhm.
Oh, so they are there.
Mhm. Or is it?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Mhm.
And save
mean-
the art by Ramirez.
Okay, this is
Yes.
what will be at the Paranormal Rockdown.
Yes. And that is also very well sealed.
I was gonna say it.
So I did ask you for your favorite colors. So I
You
hope this,
did. Oh, how cute.
so it's a Sacred Heart, but a little bit it's customized for you.
Well, thank you. There's the goat and the ghost, and oh my gosh, thank you.
So,
Okay, I've got
Mary
the
Lynn,
chills.
how did the goat all get started? How did that become a thing with Para with the Normal?
So we have Screamy the Goat is our for Sidekicks Paranormal was the group that when we started doing just kind of getting together for our podcast, we started
Okay.
with Sidekicks Paranormal, and Screamy the Goat is something that I had created, and it just went along, and it just kind of morphed into him doing silly things with his costume, and it's like the goat has just caught on. So he's our goat man, and I
love it.
make soaps, and it's goat milk soap and all kinds of
That's,
stuff. So,
that's great.
yeah, so he's back.
All right. So I had to. I was using my iPhone, and it is about as hot as lava. So I had to, and it just like stopped creating sound, and then it got all crazy looking. So I had to switch to. Thankfully, I have an iPad, so I switched to my iPad. I think we're good now.
You are good, yeah.
Great.
Okay,
There's
so
a lot of people in chat, so I got to open my box with all my goodies in it.
nice. Yeah, you got the gut. Oh, and there's
He's
somebody from Ireland, right?
Shelley's from
Shelley's
Ireland.
from Ireland. Yes.
Good day, Maratartu.
Hey, Ron.
I'm pretty sure I said that right. You'll have to tell me.
Good day. What?
Good day, Maratartu. Right? Okay.
I
She'll know. She'll know.
She'll know.
Okay. But I did like, so this is the stuff that you make, art by Ramerez.
Yes, Ramirez. Yes.
Grammar.
Don't get all technical with me, okay?
Here's mine.
What did you get? Yours is dumb. No,
No,
it's
you're
fantastic.
dumb.
So I got, and it's got the Wolverine tag,
Oh,
'cause
very cool.
I normally wear my Wolverine hat, but I couldn't find it, so I'm wearing a little dragon.
It's been a day.
Yes.
It has been a day. This is
Blame
Mike,
it on the rabbit.
When I see all the hearts that Robert has done, yours actually gave me the chills because I just loved yours so much. So,
Or you were
I
getting
mean,
sick.
it really
oh,
fits.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me. When I opened it up, I was like, I get it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And this is me. It's got my little
Yes.
goat on it.
Exactly.
So
Nice.
what's funny is also
Oh, no. And then I just dropped
Chinese
it.
astrology. You're the goat is for me. The goat, I'm the goat.
Oh,
Didn't know that.
There's
I
no
just
goat.
I just figured that out. Yeah.
Is there a goat?
it
Is
looks
there
like
a
a
goat?
ghost.
So
There's
is
a
it, what
goat on
is
the
this?
top.
Is this can you use this for a Ouija?
You can,
Ooh.
yes, you can. The multiple, you can have multi-purpose options there.
That's an
And
idea.
Mike just demonstrated how durable they are.
That's true.
Yeah, I did. I just hella dropped this on the floor, and it's totally fine.
It's got the little felt things on it, so it could be used as a planchette.
Yes. Yes.
It kind of could be, yeah, because it's got those little felty things. Maybe we
That's
should try
cool.
it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I can show you the Ouija board that I actually made.
Did you get
Okay.
a Jurassic dildo too? Is that what this is? Oh,
Yes.
it's a pen. Oh, it's a
It's a
pen.
pen. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Mary
nice.
Lynn, that's nice. That should work on there, no problem.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah, because I designed it and then I just put it all together. It's where I can fold it and take it with us.
Mhm.
The drug test. I don't smoke pot, so I'll
Oh,
pass no matter what.
That's a trigger object.
So how would you
okay.
use it as a trigger object?
Mike can start
Give-
peeing on
You
this
give
thing.
it to Cheech and Chong. Are there more comments coming in that we're not keeping track of?
Yes, there are
Yes.
quite a bit I see.
Yeah,
It
here.
looks like
Mary
Shelley
Lynn's not
was
doing her
on
job?
You.
Hey, I'm playing with my goat, okay?
Or...
Oh, Karen Von Eggers.
Yeah, Karen, I think I saw Betsy. Both Betsys are on here. Betsy Williams and Betsy Altman.
Wow.
Oh, the Betsy's
Schaefer.
Doug Schaefer. Hello, Doug.
Doug Schaefer's in the house.
I did.
And there's Annie again.
Annie. Annie Banani.
And Shelly.
Hello. Garbith.
Garabeth. Do y'all know how to say it?
Don't ask me, I'm sorry.
I only know there's Shelley.
Hooked on phonics.
Mhm.
Hi, Krista.
Yeah, all I remember was I was at a nightclub with a bunch of Irish people, and they told me, you say, "Good day, Martartu," and then the answer is Tubagame. And then I said, Tubagame, eh? And they're like, no, it's not Canadian.
Yeah.
You know.
Cow tails are the best.
I did get generic meat stick. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Jack Links or not. I got in trouble. Oh yeah, the cow tails.
Well, that was on the for the
Animal
TV show.
sakikus. I love those. I may actually have to wear these. and
I got
just
my
these.
witchy.
You can wear those, and I can wear my animal shoes.
There it is.
Yes. I'll wear
Perfect.
my animal jacket.
Yes. Well, you know what we'll do is we'll bring our animal stuff to Disney World.
Yes. Sounds perfect.
Yes. So
I don't get to go.
You don't?
I
she's
have
gotta
to work.
She's a working girl.
Well, yes. Our
Not the
vacation
cold.
time is suffering.
Yes.
So Robert, when we go to Paranormal Rockdown or Spooky Explorers Club, which one are you going to get smashed at with me?
I'd probably say Disney.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There it is, folks. You heard it here first.
At the tiki. At the
That's
tiki.
it. We'll go live. We'll start a brand new TV show on Beacon.
Oh,
Smash
no.
with Robert Ramirez.
Right. Just be a puddle. I'd just be a puddle. It'd be bad.
I guess so.
So that actually, I do think that would make a really cool, like, paranormal show, because they already have like drunk history. I
Mhm.
feel like drunk paranormal would be like phenomenal.
Right.
And
Oh,
Hannah.
nice
Nice.
shoes. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Right.
shoes to match.
Look at this.
Krista, I love
Back.
those.
Oh, those are cute.
Oh, I'm really jealous right now.
Oh,
I
it's
love
pronounced
these.
Garvey. Nice. Right? Aren't those cool?
Way cool. Yes.
And hi, Bree.
Bree! So okay. But I do think like a show where you just kind of get like wasted and go out and do like some type of like paranormal activity.
Mhm.
Or just pass out on one of the like dark rides and just keep
That would
Well,
be
going
Doug
around.
amazing.
is saying I'm in, so I'm thinking he's probably drunk paranormal. He's
Yes.
probably in for that.
Yes, right. I do think it would be. I think it would be very funny. I think you'd get people that would be very scared. I think it would end with a lot of people in bushes. You know,
Probably in with a lot of people throwing up.
but that is also possible. See, because you can't. I think you'd have to be drunk when you start, right? So,
Yes.
and then you got to keep it going throughout the investigation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing it like maybe like at the Conjuring house, but I probably wouldn't take Annabelle for a spin,
No.
but
So what if we do a drunk seance?
I would
Oh.
down. Let's do it. We could do that at Paranormal Rockdown. That'd
Yes,
be a lot of fun.
absolutely.
And then that's how
Okay.
you use the trigger object.
Yes.
There you
See,
go.
that's how you use the
Yes.
trigger. Mhm.
Robert's trigger object is a shot glass.
Oh no.
Or an empty shot glass.
Or an empty
Oh.
shot. Right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Right,
After
yeah.
he drinks it.
So I wanted to ask you guys a question, if you don't mind. So
I do mind. So continue on.
so what was your first paranormal experience?
Meeting
Go ahead,
you.
Mike.
No, MaryLynn, I know you were I think you were very young when you started to have your experiences, but I wasn't sure what was actually your first experience or the story behind that.
For Mike or me?
Either.
Go ahead,
Well-
Mike.
Okay, well, I'm going to drink this. And then I'm going to answer.
Okay.
All right, then I'll
Okay.
drink mine.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll
Do,
drink it
do you
with
only
you
have
this
the
time.
one, Anne?
What?
Do you have more? Let's
got
keep
more.
it going.
Okay.
You don't have to go nuts. Just
All right.
sip it if you want to.
Spirits to the spirits.
Here's the spirits.
And to all our Packer fans.
Yes.
Yeah. Green Bay all day.
Okay.
And for those who want to know what I'm drinking, I picked up this bottle of Toki Suntory whiskey. It is not great. To be completely honest with you. But they do make, Suntory does make one called Hibiki. But it's like $100 a bottle, but it is so effing good. This was only like 40, 50 bucks.
Just don't take it to your neighbors.
I won't, man. They drank an entire bottle of Angel's Envy. I didn't get any.
Oh,
Crazy.
So Bree says she wants to do a lockdown. We need to figure out something and get everybody together and do one.
We should do it. We could do it. in the we could do it in the Old Bleckley jail
Let's do it.
in Georgia.
Yep.
I don't know. They might not be big enough.
It's big enough.
Yeah, but yeah, we do know. So here's the thing: the Bleckley County Jail is great, but if you've seen the episode, you'll know it because I'm dressed as the Count of Monte Cristo. People watch you go to the bathroom. Like, that's weird, man.
It's weird.
That's weird.
Because of where the
Right?
toilets are sitting, they've got the beds right there, and then they've got it. There's a wall that by the bars keep you from seeing there. But if you're in the room and laying on the bed, you're going to see everything.
Yeah.
Smell everything too.
And the toilet and stuff, it's all metal.
Oh,
Okay. Like in the wintertime, it gets like 30 degrees.
mhm.
Like your butt hairs will get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
not safe.
You'll have
I mean,
like,
we have-
That's safe.
it'll be like
Free
a
wax
reverse
job.
balding. You'll just have like just hair missing on your ass like this.
But we have Wisconsin blood. I don't know. Maybe
That's
that
true.
changes things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
But is
true.
it humid there? It's
Oh, in
different.
the summer.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's
Yeah,
Okay.
in Wisconsin, yeah.
Mhm.
It does get pretty humid. I go to Green Bay at least once every other year. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I
I
was
do-
with you last
I know.
year.
that's right. Yeah. Wasn't that a blast?
I loved it.
Yeah, I took her to her first football game, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Lambeau Field, there's nothing
Yes.
like it. Really, nothing like
What's
it.
cool is the very next week I actually went to in Kansas City, went to the baseball game there.
Nice.
That's awesome. So you asked me a question about my first paranormal experience. So it's complicated. Okay? Because there's my first paranormal experience that kind of like kicked this off, which if that's the case, it would probably be in Deadwood,
Okay.
right? About a year and a half ago at this point.
Mhm.
Andy said, Andy Robert looking good. There you go. You can start your OnlyFans now.
Yes.
You'd have at least one
Hi, Michelle.
subscriber.
Actually, he already is.
Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah,
already
I already
is.
have a page. He's already a subscriber. Yeah.
Oh,
that's good.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, then send me the link, buddy. I'm in.
So you can see his
Michelle, we
hair.
love you.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was awful. It was well, of course, it wasn't that bad, but it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. So Deadwood, that was the first time I got to do like an Estes method. That was the first time I got to see an SLS camera, use one. That was the first time I thought about like taking photos on an investigation type thing. But it was more like with a group, right? So it wasn't like a true investigation. My first true investigation was actually Black Swan Inn.
Mhm.
My first like actual thing that I could say it was probably like paranormally related. Probably would be when I was 7.
Okay.
I was hit by a 2x4 in my backyard, but nobody was holding it.
Oh.
And it knocked the wind out of me. So I remember it very vividly to this day. So that was
Wow.
probably my first thing that I can't like explain, right? Because there was nobody else in my backyard. It was just a big bunch of wood, and one of the wood just came and just went wham. So that would probably
I
be
think
the
he needs
first.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
From behind, Mike, or did you see it coming at you?
No, from the front. From the front, yeah. It knocked the wind out of me. Hit me right in the chest.
Wow.
Wow.
So that was probably like the first time that I had something that was like weird, but it didn't really like click,
Mhm.
that was like paranormal or anything. To me, it was just I must have one freaking amazing imagination. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yes.
I was convinced after that I was probably going to be a superhero. I was just waiting for my claws to grow in.
Nice.
They're still coming. They're still
they are.
coming.
They're almost. Just the tip. Okay, anyway. So then, so the next time it would be when I was 12 and a half. We had gotten in trouble because I was sharing this room with my best friend, Stevie Lappin at the time. And the room was really dirty. So we spent all day cleaning our room, making it like perfect. It was great. We go to bed. We both had the same dream that something, like the best way I could describe what it looked like was an old Rutger Hauer movie called Split Second. Okay.
Mhm.
So it kind of looked kind of like Venom is the best like modern way I could describe it. That it had come in through the window and was trying to find us, but because we were not moving, it couldn't, or sleeping, I'm not sure. Because of that, it could not interact. So but it kept looking for us, and it just tore our room to pieces. We woke up in the morning, and our entire room was destroyed.
Wow.
The blinds were shredded. There was giant claw marks on the walls. Toys had been ripped asunder. Our whole toy chest had been flipped over. And we obviously we got blamed for it, right? I got my ass beat, but
Wow.
but Stevie and I to this day we know like that was not us, so we don't know. But we both had the same dream, so that was like probably the first like scary thing,
Yeah.
right? But even then, you still kind of as a kid, I think you still chalk it up to it's just this. I got this incredible imagination.
Yes.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I was already very different from anybody else. You know, I'm 42 now, and my mind still goes a million miles a minute. When I was 12, it was like 100 million miles a minute. You know,
Yeah.
I was vastly more reactionary and quicker and crazier and all up in my head. So, I would have another experience when I turned 19. I was 19. I was doing, of all things, music. I was in a band. And we had this issue at a park where this thing was attracted to water, or anytime we went near grass, sprinklers would come on, you know? And it followed us home from the park and like was slamming cabinets, turning on TVs, turning them off, throwing chairs. And so it was so freaky. The next day we went back to the park, and we went to walk back onto the park where this all had happened. But because everywhere we had gone, like the water, like the sprinklers had turned on for no reason, we were like, nah, we don't really want to like, I don't really want to step onto the grass, because if I do and the sprinklers come on, then I can't explain it and it's going to freak me out. So I'm just not gonna, right? So we just kind of like walked along the grass for, I don't know, probably like 5 minutes. We got pretty far because it was a massive soccer field. And then finally, me, my buddy Sean, who was with me, and my buddy Baron, we were all in our band together. We were like, this is stupid. We're just being dumb children right now. So hopped up onto the grass. The second I put one foot down, man, all the freaking sprinklers. This is middle of the day. Kids out there playing, the sprinklers just boof, blasted, bursted to life. I've never ran so fast. I lost both my shoes, okay? And they're probably still at that park to this day. Legend has it, okay? I never went back.
No, a homeless person probably has them now.
Right? Score. So that was like the next thing. And then I would like have nothing. I mean, like nothing would happen for years up until, you know, I meet MaryLynn. Oh my God, it's all her fault.
It's amazing.
It is.
So, but what about you guys? So that's me, but what about you?
Well, you know,
No, not you.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
No, I'm kidding. No, go ahead.
So my best friend since first grade is on the chat right now. Her name is Carrie Ann, and she and I were always very interested in this. and would say we had ESP. So I think we both have always known we were sensitive. But I don't really remember any experiences until I got to be more of a young adult. And my two biggest experiences were probably with my ex-husbands, unfortunately, and maybe it's all the negative energy that was surrounding that.
Okay.
But make a long story short, one of my most interesting ones was a clock radio that kept going on its own. And it was a radio that my ex-husband's mother, who had passed away, she owned it. And I knew my ex-husband since I was 2 years old. So I knew his family, etc. And
wow, you got married young.
Really young. Yeah. And they allow it in Wisconsin. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's illegal in most states.
And so then we moved into a new house, and in the middle of the night, we look at the radio. It has no batteries. It is not plugged in, and it turns on, and it's just playing a song. And I don't know what song it was. I didn't retain that because, again, like you said, Mike, you're thinking, oh, there's got to be some other reason for it. There's got to be something. Yeah. And I think what really got me was when I was in my 20s, I saw a shadow person. And when they say it's darker than the darkness, you don't understand it until you see it. And it was a man in my bedroom who was sitting at a desk and turned and looked at me. And I have never been more scared in my life. So they're not as interesting stories as yours, Mike, but they are things that will never leave you. And those were just some of the few early ones. So you?
A quick question on the radio. Did that happen multiple times, or was it just the one radio?
It happened multiple times at the place we were renting, but it was plugged in. When it happened only once, it was the last time.
Thanks, guys.
So was when it didn't have any power going to it.
So let me. So that's pretty interesting when you say the radio. So I actually didn't even know. This is another weird story. I actually didn't know the radio was a thing. I didn't know it existed until 1993, 94. And so I was born in 82. So you could do the math really quick and realize that I went a long time not knowing that a radio existed. And I found out completely on accident. So my family that I lived with, we only had records and cassettes, and we had some CDs, right? But those were like the really expensive things, right? That's all we listened to. That was it in the house. That was it. It was basically all Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pat Benatar, the Doobie Brothers, Grateful Dead. You know, I mean, that was it. You know, Led Zeppelin. That was it. Buddy Holly. That was what was listened to in my house. Period. Long story short, I wind up living at my grandmother's house for probably like 3 months with my mom, and we're sharing a little room. And I just gotten done with school, and I'd gone back to the room, and all of a sudden, do you guys remember like those old brown alarm clocks? They would either go meh, 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 or you could set it to play the radio when it turned on. So the alarm went off and the radio came on, and it blew my mind because I could not figure out where the CD was.
Oh, sure. Yep.
I grabbed my grandmother. I pulled her in the room. I'm like, I cannot figure it out. I can't find a cassette. There's no way an album fits in here. And she looked at me like I was a fucking idiot, because I was. And she's like, that's the radio, dude. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, of course. Of course it is.
You don't know until you know, Mike.
Yeah, dude, it's true. So I wound up like because I had to ask the kids at school, because I don't AM, FM, right? I didn't know. Like, I know there was UHF and VHF, but I didn't know there was an AM and an FM. And then the very first song I ever heard was Glycerine by Bush.
Yeah.
And now I'm like obsessed, right?
Thank you, Michael.
I was obsessed with them. So they were like, well, do you want me to turn the alarm off? I was like, no. I want it to go off every day at this time. So I would come home from school, I would wait for the alarm to go off, and then I would just listen to music all day. And that's how music kind of became part of my life.
Saying he still listens to music to this day.
Yes.
I do. I love music. It's huge. It sucks that a radio has a negative connotation to you now. We're gonna have to fix that.
But music doesn't. Music is everything.
I was gonna say, if anything, throw on some Marvin Gaye. Tell Robert to get naked and Whirlybird for you.
Wait, he just did it last night. So he
Perfect. It was your birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
I do highly recommend. Go ahead.
Where's it at?
You highly recommend?
Turning 50. It's the best age.
Yeah.
I learned that.
I don't know where it went.
It gets to the point, it's like, who cares? It's just, who cares?
That's what I've heard.
She deserves a good beef stick, right? I was looking for
some chorizo, maybe.
So, when you guys go investigating, what has been the most active location in your short period of being very in depth into this? Where's the place that you've gone that you're like, holy crap, I can't wait to go back?
Yeah,
or I'm never going back.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we've ever had that. Thankfully, have that experience, or we'd never go back. You'd hear some things, again, whether it be through some of the equipment that's there or just some of your own internal feelings. The hair raises up on the back of your neck, or you're starting to kind of get that vibe that you're not welcomed. But I would say we had a great experience, or some experiences in San Diego, Old Town San Diego.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cosmopolitan Hotel was fun. We also, of course, Ashmore Estates was always a good time. And some of the other locations we went with in Ireland that we were able to go to, again, great trip. You go
with Shelley?
Ireland, yes, Ireland. Irish Shelley is here. She can vouch. But we were, Hellfire Club was really interesting. Even though it was daytime, you still just walk in and you can just feel some of that energy, or you kind of get the feeling that even the whirlies, has ever happened to you where you kind of walk into a space and you kind of just get disoriented a little bit, or you feel a little uneasy?
Yeah, that actually just happened to me at Eloise. I was at Eloise Asylum.
We're going there in August with Lotus Paranormal and Michelle LeBaron.
Oh, so you're going with Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Michelle, though, they're freaking you can't ask to investigate with greater people, man. You really
I would agree. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you're gonna have a blast. Eloise is it's so weird because, and I need to formulate more of an opinion by doing more asylums, because I just feel like there is such a different type of energy there, and it's so chaotic and so confusing.
Hey, Marcy.
But there's some great places, especially on the 5th floor. It's out of control. I mean, out of control on the 5th floor. So awesome. And the 4th floor too, even the 3rd, really. There's some good stuff on the 3rd. The 4th floor has a pretty crazy experience with a doctor that did music therapy. Music therapy. That's a pretty interesting story. And the amount of people that found a way to like hang themselves. Like, how do you get, where does all this rope come from?
Right.
It's the same thing with all these celebrities that hung themselves. Like, is there like a rope store that I don't know about? Right? Like, there's no way in hell I would be able to properly tie a knot to hang myself with, right? So that means that, like, can nobody tell, like, they were YouTubing, like, how to properly hang myself or something? Like, and then you go to the rope store. Yeah, I need enough rope to hang myself with, please. Like, can we, like, not Can we just put like a stop right there? You know, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. I think too, once you learn that history and you start to hear about the atrocities and or just the historical value of some of these places, and you go, I can't even imagine, let alone the energy that's still there. It's back to the stories. So this one was, as a younger kid, again, I think, I know Bush was out there, Glycerine was rocking the radio station. I think I was still jamming to Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains, Nirvana concept. So CD player in hand. Coming home from school, I got off the bus, and it was a 5
Short
different
bus?
intersections. A city bus.
Okay.
Right.
Not
So
the
get
short
off the bus. Bus is to my left. I have to cross the street. Light turns green. Nobody's around me. I look around, right? Situational awareness as a kid, freaking out, make sure no one's around you. About to go across, right? I have to cut in front of this bus. Light's been green. Something pulls my backpack, literally to the point where I stumble backwards and a car flies by through the red light, like going 70 miles an hour on a residential street. And I looked up, first I looked around me, there's nobody. I look up at the bus driver, and the bus driver's eyes are huge because he's thinking, wow, you just got almost taken out. Thinking I probably just jumped backwards, but there was nothing. But I could feel my backpack get grabbed and pulled back, like literally where
guardian angel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it was just from there, it was like really just kind of this, what just happened for, 10, 15 minutes as I'm walking home. But yeah, it did teach me a lesson though, too, to make sure I'm looking, before I even step out.
Are either one of you, sensitive? Do you have ESPN?
ESPN 8.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
With pillow fights. Have you heard that is actually a sport now? Pillow fighting?
It really is.
It is, yes.
So is tag.
Yes. Yes.
They take it very seriously. But are either one of you guys like intuitive in that way?
They both are.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't know what the word was all these years, but have learned that it's being bird is the word, definitely. But also empathic. That is the other word. And I didn't know I had a word, and now I do. And so I haven't really tapped into it much. I think I ignored it a lot, or just thought I was whatever. Mm-hmm. But you are too.
Yep.
The Ocho. The Ocho. And so the other thing too, that I think even I know some of the people in the comments and others, another I think area that we don't talk about enough is some of the experiences from members of the military, and where they're staying and the history of some of these buildings they stay in, or they have to like live in for some time, or overseas, or even stateside. But then you kind of hear some of these stories, and the barracks that they're in at some point was a school, or it was an asylum at one point. Now it's a barracks, and just some of the energy there. But numerous places that you hear of that are haunted that don't get the mainstream attention. But again, it's I'm sure people that are in the military that live there 24/7 really get to see some things.
Mm-hmm.
So you speak of military because you were a former Marine, correct?
Yes. So. What do they say? Not as lean, not as mean, but still a Marine, right? And
Thank
so
you for your service.
That's right.
Thanks. It's again just wonderful experience. Got to see a lot. Got to be in a lot of different places. The one story that I have that I was too young to appreciate what was happening around me was in France, right outside of Normandy, and was at a bar. Right, just had some downtime, and this guy comes in, and he was recognized we were Americans, and he saw that we were wearing hats and different sports teams, and said, "Hey, I collect hats, and I think I was wearing a Boston Red Sox hat. I don't know, something. Just a hat we found for cheap to have a hat." And so, first time I was wearing it, but I gave it to the guy, and I said, "Here you go, right? Couple beers in, why not? Here you go." Just trying to be nice. Well, he took such appreciation that somebody did that for him. He was like, "I'll be right back," and so he leaves and don't know what he's doing. Couple 10 15 minutes come by, he comes back and he brings in all of these rounds. He was a diver, and he'd go collect these rounds from the ocean, but from World War II.
Oh,
and so now he's handing these, anybody want these, just their historical artifacts, not knowing the energy that was attached to that. And so you can imagine after taking those back. And so again, because people grabbed and said thank you and thought, wow, look at this piece of history. But that piece of history did come with some things. So after some of the people that grabbed those and had those, some weird experiences were happening. There were some things definitely attached to those artifacts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Like, you wish you would like paid better attention, like first time I saw boobs, I wish I was like more like keyed in, but I wasn't. But it's true. The youth is wasted on the young. And it sucks that as we get older, that's when we really start to focus less on, and maybe, just maybe that's why as we get older, that veil thins, because we start to focus less on us physically and more on us mentally and spiritually. It's interesting. I was talking to somebody just a few days ago, and they were talking about they had this, they didn't have any type of like ghostly type of experiences until they went under anesthesia. Right. And then after the anesthesia, she had mentions she could see these 4 figures, and she could physically feel them caressing her and touching her. And it's one of those things where at anesthesia, the whole job of an anesthesiologist is to make sure that you ride that line between life and death. Right. You have to be dead enough to not feel, but alive enough to not be dead. Yep. And I think that really, I think, connects you with that other side, maybe a lot more than we care to admit, right? It can kind of open up that. And I think you hear a lot about soldiers, for example, that go and they experience wartime, and they PTSD, right? And what if that is really just a thinning of the veil, right? What if them is just stuck, kind of like how ghosts are reliving moments as a ghost? What if that's how they are? What if they're reliving those same moments, only they're still alive?
Right.
Right. It's a pretty interesting thing to realize that there's, I guess, there is that thing where, God, I wish I'd known when I was younger. I don't. I missed out, but at least now I do know.
Yeah.
But when you were younger, if you would have known it at that time, you would not have respected it as you do now. Because
I don't respect it still.
Well,
so that's great.
So one question, does the guest have a channel? So they're asking if they can listen to you anywhere, or how can they get a hold of you? Or
yeah, we do not have a channel.
Yet.
Yeah, obviously social media, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, but no channel at the moment.
So are y'all thinking about doing a podcast?
We'd have to have our ghost buddies with us. We'd have to have the Durants and Doug Schaefer with us if we were going to do a podcast.
Well, there you go. Or, I don't know if you're open to this, Robert, but we could do like a matching mankini type thing. If you're game, I would be game. Okay. So in fact, why don't you tell them about the first time we met? Because that was kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it was. So we were at going to we were in Illinois, Rock Island, and just happened to get there the night before the actual event. But there was going to be a gallery reading by Sarah Lemos, and the vendors were setting up, and everybody was just kind of getting staged. And so we were going to the gallery reading, and all of a sudden, as we were leaving the hotel, we saw Sarah. But then Sarah said, "Hey, can you give my friends a ride?" And I'm like, "Sure. Where are your friends?" And then Josh Purvis comes around, and super nice guy and extremely polite, really thankful, and said, "Oh yeah, it's okay, we could walk." And then Mike comes around, and Mike's like, "Give me your car keys." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" No, actually, that did not happen. But Mike and Josh were willing to walk. We said, "No, come on, we'll give you a ride." And 5-10 minute drive because of just the downtown area there, and got to meet and kind of learn a little bit about Josh and Mike, and then that kind of kicked it off. From there, just been known as we were your Uber drivers for the night.
Yeah.
I knew who Josh was, and Mike made sure by the end of the car ride, I knew who Mike was.
That is very true. Yes. Yeah. So I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get the pair with the normal name out there. So if you haven't seen the show, please go ahead and download the app or go to the website streambeacontv.com and watch the show. It's fantastic. You can see MaryLynn do her awesome psychic thing and me be an idiot for most of it. So, and we're getting ready to start season 2, which is going to be great. I'm very excited. And if you're lucky,
we're going to start filming season 2 this weekend.
This weekend. So if you're lucky, you might catch us filming. And for that, we have to give a big shout out to Marcy. She's awesome. And the whole Louisiana Spirits staff. We're really excited for Cajun Country. It's going to be such a great Paracon. It was so good last year that I'm really excited to be able to do it again this year.
And we're going to do something one of the sponsors.
Yes.
And I am doing a gallery reading there. And then Mike is also talking.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. I will be doing a little chatteroony for everybody as well. Yep. And you can use code Paranorm10 if you do not have it. Yeah. So it's going to be great. Steven, yeah, he was there. Michelle, a lot of great people. Crystal, Heather. And I want to say it's in a different spot this year than it was last year.
Yes. Well, last year it was in New Iberia. This year it's in Lafayette.
Right. And then hopefully, I'm not sure, but I've specifically asked Marcy for karaoke. So there better be some. Okay. I don't know how you're going to work it out. Okay. But figure it out. All right. That's all I ask.
So I have video evidence. He actually does good karaoke.
In a mankini.
I would. Or in a kangaroo costume.
Don't give me any ideas.
Right.
The Vermilionville.
Yes, Vermilionville
Village.
Wow.
Yes. So Trina, you were asking my energy. I've been sick for the past probably the past week, but feeling much better. So thank you.
Yeah, she was sick. I had to go to Michigan all by myself. I get down there. The whole group of people I'm with, not one of them drinks. I'm like, well, poopy. I know that
not that I drink
like
that much, but
I know that makes me sound like an alcoholic. But believe it or not, I have a spinal condition, so the alcohol actually helps with the spinal arthritis. So it actually keeps me a lot more mobile and a lot more loose. So I'm less likely to hurt myself when I'm active.
Sure.
So it helps so much. But nobody drank. So like I couldn't even get anybody like to just even walk to a bar with me. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
So
yeah,
Mike and MaryLynn, if somebody is new to Para with a Normal, would you tell them to watch the episodes in order, or would you tell them to start with the Bigfoot episode first?
Love the Bigfoot, but I would say start at the beginning because you see where we grow, because we had not worked together. We had not, and none of it's scripted. And it's to the point of you see kind of the growth with us working together. You can tell on that first episode, it's like we are brand new, first time in front of the camera, first time working together, and we just figure it out. And so by the end, you can tell that things have evolved and it looks really good.
Yeah, the first and second episode, things are a little slow. We're still trying to figure out our identity. So it still kind of has like this feel and vibe of like an original, like paranormal investigating show. Mm-hmm. But then by the third episode, I think the directors, Shane and Josh, they kind of started to understand where we were coming from a little bit better. And by where we were coming from, more specifically, how nuts I am and how to make everything kind of work and fit together. And I was able to really start to show more of myself MaryLynn was able to start showing more of herself. And then I think that's the 4th episode, isn't it? Yeah, I
The
think
Bigfoot, yes.
yeah.
Bigfoot
So
is
by
4.
the time you get to the Bigfoot episode, if you watch the first ones, I do think it makes it funnier if you've seen them, or at least if you've met me, because then you kind of have a better understanding of what I'm about and what is about to happen or what could happen, you know. And I don't know if you know, I'm sure you've seen that Bigfoot episode by now, right?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you know or not, but I almost accidentally killed myself filming that. I didn't know. I forgot that I had put a hatchet in my pocket. And when I start running in the tent, inside the tent, it comes out of my pocket and starts whirling around the tent. It actually cuts my hand, not terribly, but it definitely made me realize that was probably not the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. And we are not retaking. That's not being reshot at all. That's
Do you still have all the fingers?
So,
For now.
Stephen, one thing is the shows are only about 29 minutes long. I know the Bigfoot is only 10 minutes, but it's hilarious. So,
have you seen the rest of the episodes since Bigfoot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched the whole season.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, because the last one is Virginia City, which is a great episode. I think gets a little more, a little heavier, right? A little more emotional. We try to show a little bit more of that. So, and then we've got some new things that we're going to introduce in season 2. It's going to be great. And then as far as Beacon goes, and for MaryLynn and myself, Mr. Zapplebutt, we have very big things that we are working on that we're not allowed to talk about, as we've got agreements that we've signed. But there are things that are coming down the pipeline for Stream Beacon TV that will absolutely blow your mind. I mean, absolutely blow your mind. I mean, we're talking about big time stuff. So stay with us. If you're not already with us, join us. It is just such a wild ride, and we're going to have an absolute blast. And I'm pretty sure the next thing that we're going to do for Beacon is we're going to get Robert, we're going to get Anne, and we're going to get their spooky OnlyFans. It's going to be on there, folks.
And one other plug, your shirts are amazing.
Yes.
thank you.
I love that each Paracon has its own theme and its own design, which is amazing. Yeah, great job.
And that was Mike's idea to do that, and just ran with it. So we are taking pre-orders, and it's on our website.
Yes, and so for the Paranormal Rockdown at Broadhead Manor, that's we'll be there as well on July 18th and 19th. So
that will be one of the only places that I will be doing a comedy routine.
Oh,
I will be doing stand-up there. So yes, you definitely want to be there. And any donations for the stand-up will go to fixing the roof of the Broadhead Manor.
okay, that is a must.
And you get to listen to Green Jelly. I mean,
Whoa.
what?
Yeah. I'm going to throw butter on the stage.
I've never been to a concert, so that'll be my first concert to go to.
Oh,
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's worth the price of admission already.
that's one to start with, MaryLynn. That is one to start with.
I'm almost nervous.
I hope you like Little Pigs.
Yeah.
And so
I have 3 of them, so.
Right? So you have Art by Ramirez.
yes.
Do you have a website?
No, these are going to be sold at the Paracons. The first one being a Paranormal Rockdown. So that's where
July 12th?
18th and 19th.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 18th the concert, 19 is the event.
Yep. And so we'll be selling those. Anne will be doing, as a massage therapist, we'll be doing chair massages. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. I think our first time being vendors at a Paracon other than an attendee. So really looking forward to seeing everybody, and just, again, it's a great community. One thing we're drawn to is just the community, the stories, and building those friendships.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to be at any other Paracons not as vendors, just as...
Yeah, I'm waiting for MaryLynn to send me your guys' schedule, and we're just going to tie on. Just come along.
Well, when you get the shirt, it's on the back of the shirt.
Yes, there you go. Exactly. Then we can start our travel planning.
I'll send it over to you.
Absolutely.
Yes. We are
Yeah, just
going
let us know.
We are going to be at Pennhurst with our ghost buddies. And that was a hard choice. We had to choose between Pennhurst and Ohio State Para Psychon, which we were at last year, which is a fantastic event, but very excited to hang out with our buddy Katrina Weidman.
Okay. Yeah.
Be fun.
I've never met her. I
Oh,
just know that.
yet either.
Lovely, lovely individual. We were in Ireland with her, with Doug and Amy and Doug and Shelly. Yes.
It sounds like she has a nice belly button. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No, it's probably great. You probably should ask.
I mean, she has a great. She makes the camera, the night vision camera. She makes it look good. I don't know how she does it, but
so does Cindy Kaza.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So true. I'm very excited for Paranormal Mysteries. Oh, and we would be remiss if we did not talk about TV Shane Pittman and his brand new book,
Yes.
Hope on the Other Side of Pain. Please go to Amazon.com, the Amazon app. Just type in Shane Pittman or Pain Shipman. Either one will take you right to his book. Order it. It's only like $15. It's not that much. And then you can read what he wrote. I mean, it's basically like fifth grader type stuff, but he did the best he could. You know. So. No, it is great. It's a great book. So please buy it. And congratulations to him.
Yes.
On an awesome job. Job well done.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Excited for that.
Got to celebrate those wins.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Sharing is caring, Mike.
Well, we need to get together with you two and go investigate somewhere.
Wonderful. Sounds
That'd be
good.
fun.
Oh yeah, like a Freddy's.
We can do that.
You guys have or Culver's. I'll do a Culver's. You guys are Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're not real haunted around here, but we. How did you know that's where I was going after this podcast? We're going.
Are
to
you really?
Yes, mint cookie. Is
Oh,
the
funny.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool? I wonder if we walked around like Lambo with some equipment, if we pick stuff up.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
I'm sure because of all the energy though.
A lot of drunk people you'd be picking up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, like so when my dad died, I made him a stone.
You
did.
did.
Yeah, so I actually have a stone at Lambeau for my father.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's why I go out every couple of years and I visit Stone. I bring him some whiskey and spend some time there. And but there's a lot of stones and there's probably a lot of similar things. And it's quite possible that entities or whatever could stick around to those stones because they know people visit them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how often do you hear too, like that was Grandpa's favorite team that, lived and watched them all the time. And that
All
was,
the time.
Yep, their passion. So yeah, I
Well,
could easily see that.
Games.
And the community are owners, so
Yes.
people, it runs through their veins literally here. So. Mhm.
Yes, I agree. Eddie and Jen. And again, Eddie and Jen, they're great. I just did an event in Michigan that was for the Autism Alliance of Michigan.
The pair of it.
And I know Eddie and Jen, some of their kids are autistic as well, but they're all just amazing, wonderful kids, and I love them all. So hopefully we can do something with you guys soon too. With that, do you guys want to play us out? Anybody else have anything else?
No, just thank you for the
Yes,
opportunity. It
thank
was
you.
great chatting, visiting with you, and seeing all the wonderful faces in the chat.
Mhm.
Wonderful people, and just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
And thanks
Love
for
to
having
have you back on.
Yeah, you've got a great mustache.
Yeah, I trimmed it down.